Oh, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to episode 349 of FloWrestling Radio Live. I'm your host, Christian Piles, joined by the twins. You gotta love it when they dress the same. White shirt underneath, FloWrestling quarter zip on top. In Easton, Pennsylvania, it's Willie Saylor, and to my left, Stephen Kyle Brackey.
It's a good thing Willie's not at his house and could have changed before the show.
He could have literally changed. Or he could go...
No, listen, it's freezing up here, even inside.
Even inside. Well, we're suffering here too. It was 48 this morning.
You're suffering. You have a child's medium shirt on. And I need a coat.
Yeah, it's an adult medium, Willie.
I'm sick of hearing everybody cry about how cold it is.
Yeah, quit crying. It's 48 here. It's horrible.
I wouldn't have cried about how cold it was if you didn't make fun of my attire.
Okay.
It's just all over social media. Just stop it. No one cares.
I don't know. I appreciate it. I mean, it's kind of historic. It's like...
Yeah.
It's like negative 70 in Minneapolis.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I just
It's
don't
not
care.
just like,
I don't want to hear you cry.
we're whining about it's cold. It's like a all-time... Half the country...
Arctic blast.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's horrible. I hate the cold weather, so I feel for you all there. Although I didn't tell you to. You do live in Minneapolis and Madison, Wisconsin, so to a degree you kind of get what you get.
Yeah. I don't know how did they settle on the Great Lakes region? What settler was like? This is ideal. This is where we want to.
I know exactly what happened, Willie. Willie, they got minkled. Do you know what that means? You know what it means when you got minkled? You know how they got Franklin Gomez?
Yeah, it's beautiful.
He even talks about it. They had Gomez up there, in the spring, summertime in East Lansing. Beautiful. Okay, little did Franklin know that it is absolutely frigid in Michigan, most of the months of the year. He never learned. So that's what I think happened. They got there in, late May, said, this is nice, great fishing, beautiful. They had no idea, and by the time they had built the homes and settled there, it was too late to leave. And they said, you know what? We'll tough it out. Okay, so that's the weather talk for the time being. All right. I think we're done. We're done with Spencer talk. Sitting gate versus ducking. I don't think we need to discuss it any further, because this weekend there is a ton of outstanding wrestling that's going to be going on, and I think tomorrow one of the bigger duels. So I think we'll do this because I know you're all waiting and you really want Kyle Brackey's Alien Hour or Alien Hour with Kyle Brackey. I forget what we're going to call it, so I'm going to call it both till we remember.
I think it's Kyle Brackey's Alien Hour.
Kyle Brackey's Alien Hour.
Yeah.
Okay. So what we're going to do, this is a classic tease. We're going to do Penn State and Michigan preview, okay? Then we're going to go to the Alien Hour, okay? So tune in. If you want to skip all the wrestling, that's fine. Just come back in 10 minutes, all right? So, big duel, Michigan-Penn State at Bryce Jordan Center. Going to be a really exciting one. And, before we get into the match-by-match thing, Penn State has been listing their starters, and we're back to listed starters gate, and they're listing RBY and Shakur, and I feel very sure we're not going to see RBY because Byers has said 3 to 4 weeks, right? Mm-hmm. So it has not been 3 to 4 weeks. I checked the calendar, but they're still listing him anyways. So I don't know. The previews that Penn State writes up and puts out are not particularly helpful because they won't list who's actually wrestling when they know Roman Bravo Young's not wrestling. I don't necessarily understand that. But anyways, we're left with nothing but to guess who they're going to wrestle at 33. And then with 84, no idea. Maybe we will see Shakur Rashid. They listed him. Hopefully we do. But yeah, there's a little bit of guesswork involved here because we don't really know because they listed Shakur Rashid last week and he didn't wrestle any matches. So there we are. But 125, we feel confident we were going to have Drew Mattin versus Devin Schnupp. And we will do this. Let's do this pick 'em whiteboard war style, Willie. And we'll see what scores we come up with. 125 pounds, Drew Mattin versus Devin Schnupp. Now, Drew, a substantial favorite here. over Schnupp. The question is, in my mind, bonus or not bonus. And I think Schnupp has just enough scrap.
He has a little fight in him.
He fights. He fights. He fights really hard. And
I'm going no bonus.
I'm going no bonus. It's like a 5 or 6 piece.
Yeah, no bonus.
Then again, Matten was kind of like, he didn't flirt with the major with Heinzelman, but he was kind of in the ballpark. But Matten doesn't really have a turn necessarily. So I think, I feel pretty confident to say decision for Matten. Okay. Stephen, Kyle, would you mind keeping the scores for us in the thing? That'd be super helpful.
I got it.
All right, so we're in uniform agreement, all three of us, that Drew Matten will win by decision and nothing more against Devin Schnupp. Schnupp into it. Now, here we go, 133. I'm going to say no Roman Bravo Young here, but then we're left with quite a list. We could have Stevan Micic versus Jack Davis, maybe. I don't know. Brandon Meredith, Austin Claybaugh, or Mason Lindenmuth. Willie, you once claimed to know everyone on every single D1 roster, famously. So I guess you can tell us about Brandon Meredith, Austin Claybaugh, and Mason Lindenmuth. Because I will be honest, I've never heard of them, but I know you know them intimately. So
Brandon Meredith is a PA guy. I don't know the others.
Oh, jeez.
Jack Davis, obviously, you know.
Yep, Wyoming Seminary guy. He would be the best. He would be the best guy.
If it's not RBY, and I don't think it'll be RBY. It's you're looking at 5 points. You're looking at Tech or better, probably. I don't know. Davis could put up a fight, but the others are going to get bonused.
Yeah, I agree. I think Davis with his, he's a really good Greco guy, as I recall. Maybe he can slow things down and control where the match happens to an extent. But, man, after what we just saw Micic do to Pletcher.
Right.
Yeah, it ain't happening. So
I think you're getting like an 8-0 lead, 9-0 lead after 2 bouts.
I'm going to say pinfall for Micic.
Yeah.
I'll say pinfall as well.
Yeah.
Willie? Pin?
Yeah, I'm going Penn.
Okay.
All right, we're all going Penn. 9-0, and here's one of the big ones. Michigan, all right, I'll say it right now. Michigan can win this duel, but it's going to require upsets to happen, right? It's not going to be, it's not going to be easy. And I don't necessarily like this matchup for Michigan, Kanan Story versus Nick Lee. But if there's one they can get, this is one you're probably counting on.
So the Center Daily Times article, Cale kind of says he doesn't know where Jeff Byers got that information. Because I don't know where he heard that from, Sanderson said Tuesday afternoon, but we're optimistic we'll see Bravo Young on Friday, but we'll know more on Friday.
Oh.
Now, this should be taken with a grain of salt, because he once said Nick Sirianni was down in the room wrestling.
And he had a snapped ankle and could, not walk. Okay, so... But the fact that he would... Yeah. Now I'm all messed up.
I don't know. I think...
Now what do you think, Willie?
Yeah.
Think about it.
I think that Penn State, but Cale being that aggressive with it.
Exactly.
I mean, it's one thing to, if you're asked a question about Roman Bravo Young, it's one thing to say, yeah, probably not that long, or yeah, we're playing it week by week. It's another thing to be that definitive or that contradictory, like, whoa, no, I don't know. He could wrestle Friday. I mean, the Soriano thing, he knew he was going to get asked questions, right?
Mm-hmm. What about Shakur?
Predetermined answer.
I don't see anything about that, but he went on to say, oh, wait a minute. Sanderson also briefly touched on the status of both 184-pounder Shakur Rashid and Brady Berge, saying nothing's wrong with Berge at all, and the team is optimistic it will see Rashid compete Friday. Oh, but he said that also... We want him in this RBY. We want him in the lineup. Obviously, the more experience he gets, the better. And Friday with Micic, he's very, very good. So that's a guy we'd like him to get a feel for.
Well, dang. So maybe we will see them both. Well, then the duel, yeah, it's going to be basically impossible for Michigan to win if that's the case. But yeah, if he's not out 3 to 4 weeks, then yeah, maybe we'll see him. I mean, I would love it.
Yeah, if it's Shakur, it's probably impossible for them to win. But RBY, theoretically,
he won't win.
On paper, that's only saving him a point or two.
True.
Maybe three. But
so do we go back and adjust our team scores?
Do we go back and adjust? All right. Well, okay. Let's hypothetically say it's Micic RBY. Let's just have a caveat there that I think Micic wins by decision against RBY.
Let's go. I'm going to go just hedge and say 8-0 after 2 bouts.
Okay, well, what?
No, you're not doing that.
Why?
Because I said so.
Yeah, Stefan Micic, RBY wrestle Friday. What do you think the score is of that match?
I could have saw it being close. I don't know. Probably 8-3, 9-3. I just the Pletcher thing changes everything for me.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I just can't watch that match and say that Stefan is not head and shoulders better than. I mean, he looked better than I've ever seen him.
Yeah. So you're saying decision?
Yeah, but not close. But like 9-3.
I'll give him the major, actually.
Okay.
I'll go major.
Yeah, I mean, I don't disagree with you.
I think the mat could be dude. Stefan is so good on top too. I don't know. We'll see. I think if RBY is not quite right, it's tough. Okay, back to 141. So Michigan's in the lead, and this is not uncommon for Penn State to find themselves down after the first 2 matches, but now it gets problematic. A little more problematic, although this is a winnable match, and Storr is actually ranked higher, I believe. But I think in our minds, Nick Lee's the better guy. At least that's how I view it. I think Nick Lee wins here by a decision. I don't think that Kanan presents the defensive problems that give Nick Lee tough matches. I think Kanan will be tougher to get to for Nick than like a Tristan Moran was, who kind of lets guys in, or even a Chad Red. But I don't think he has the counter stuff that gives Nick problems. So for that reason, I think it's Nick Lee by a decision.
I don't know what we're gonna get in this match. I'll go Nick Lee too, although I'm not confident about it at all.
Cool.
I feel pretty confident in Nick Lee. Like you said, I think Storr's ranked 1 spot higher, but didn't look great against McKenna. So Nick Lee decision for me. So for everybody?
Yep, that's the same for all of us. Now, 149, do we have any – I'm assuming it's Berge, but wouldn't be surprised if we saw Verclaren versus Malik Amin. I think this is a pretty standard decision here for Penn State, no matter who it is, whoever they send. I'll say it's Berge, and I'll say it's just a regular decision over Amin. Hey, Willie. Uh-oh. Willie's frozen.
Oh, no.
Not ideal. Tough scene. All right.
I will take Berge decision as well. Not a guy that scores a ton of bonus points, and Malik, is a very game opponent.
He's very game. I feel like Verclaren does have that kind of little that X factor. He could like throw you and pin you or something, catch you. He has like a little more of that. So if there's going to be a bonus situation here for Penn State, I think it's more likely with Verclaren, but I don't know if that's the guy we're going to see. 157, we saw this match a year ago, but we didn't see it at NCAAs, and Pantaleo on paper is probably the guy that presents the toughest matchup for one Jason Nolf. I feel like this is I think Nolf comes out and sends messages sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's going to remind Pantaleo of the pecking order here. I think he actually bonuses him.
Yeah, I'm on board with that. The Nolf that we saw against Deacon and Berger has been completely different than the guy you see against everybody else.
Yeah.
And obviously Pantaleo, a guy that took him down twice last year. It was a thing until he wrote him out in the third period. I agree with the with the message sending.
Yeah, so I forget what the lines came out. Oh, Willie might be back. Oh, my goodness. We lost him. He's returned. Oh, I can't hear him, though, so we'll have to wait. So that's 157. We'll circle back once Willie is fully operational and get his pick. I'm pretty sure he had Pantelio by major.
I took Lee. What did you guys? My internet went completely out. I didn't hear what you picked. I think there's. Are you taking? You took Berge over.
Yes,
Malik?
by decision. I think he's
By
Malik.
decision.
I think he's also Malik Amin.
Malik. I think it's Mekhi Pfeiffer. I don't know. I don't know why I said that.
I'm not sure either.
Because you guys make fun of me, I say Mekhi sometimes.
Oh.
You're like, Willie, it's Mekhi.
Oh,
So
right.
Malik, Mekhi.
Got
Yeah, Berge by decision, and then Nolf by 6 points.
Nah,
6.
Major, bro.
Wait,
Major?
he wins by 6?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not like 16 points.
That's what I thought he was saying. I was like,
Whoa.
yeah.
All right, let's have him down for Penn. Okay. So
So what's that make the score?
10-9 for you in favor of Penn State.
So
Or no, 9-6 for you in favor of Penn State. 10-6 for me in favor of Penn State. 10-7 for Christian in favor of Penn State.
So it's very over because now is
Because here comes the
pain. Even though Massa and Shinzo has been a thing previously, I do not think it will be a thing. I feel like Massa has not quite got back to his freshman groove since we saw him. I mean, I don't think he's as good as he was then. Or I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is with Massa. I think he's so excellent, but I think Shinzo is one of the tougher matchups he has. Now, Chinzo's been playing with fire a little bit. If I saw him knocked off somewhere between now and Big Tens, even at Big Tens, I wouldn't be like stunned because he plays it close at times. But I think Massa, I can't see Massa getting to Chinzo's legs and taking him down. Chinzo's basically unrideable. So I just don't see the opportunity there for him to win. Now, one thing that's interesting, I feel like the last few times they've wrestled, they've wound up in that upper body position, and Massa's kind of gone for it, and Chinzo's just inside tripped him. He did it in the NCAA semis. Then he did it in the duel last year, I want to say. So I'm curious if they'll wind up in that position again and what Massa will do, because they both seem to like wind up in that. I think it was a body lock for Logan. I'd have to go back and watch to be sure, but it was like they were both going for it, and ultimately Chinzo comes out on top of those situations basically every time except for Keaton Subject and Alex Marinelli. So I've got Chinzo decision.
Same.
Yeah, Chinzo decision. Logan's attacks haven't. I feel like they're the same since high school. They're sort of straight on. I don't see how he gets to Chinzo's legs.
Yeah, that's a problem for most. Now, another one that maybe on paper was super interesting, but after watching Miles Amin struggle with Ethan Smith, it's tough. And, so many times, like, our recency bias kicks in and it's totally silly, and it's just like, man, one-off match and don't overreact to it. But when we're talking about Mark Hall, I think it means something, right? So
yeah, I think it means something. I don't know. These were 1-point matches both times, and I think that's what we're going to get again. 1-2 point margin. I don't think the close one with Ethan Smith says anything to me other than, well, I'll use that to not pick an upset here, right?
Yeah. 1-point match, you favor, I think Mark's a little better on top. I think Amin has shown vulnerability at times underneath. So I think it's Marky by decision.
Same. It's going to be a close match like their other two, but Mark wins.
Mark wins because Mark wins. All right, 184. Really hoping for JT Carell versus Franny Bissono.
The match we've all been waiting for.
We've been waiting for this one. But sounds like it could be
Jelani
Shakur.
hasn't wrestled.
No.
Jelani hasn't wrestled since, like, December, the first week of December.
Yeah, I actually just sent an email trying to find out when we could potentially see Jelani again. I hope soon, because he's fun. Embry versus Shakur would have been fun anyways.
Yeah.
This will not be fun. It'll either be two guys that will not qualify for nationals, or it'll be Shakur Rashid immediately pinning the pride of Easton, Pennsylvania, JT Correll.
Yes, that is accurate.
So, but what we do have to ask is who would win between Franny Bissono and JT Correll? Now, I'm going to say this. I've never watched Franny Bissono wrestle, but I kind of feel like he would win.
You don't even know.
And it's so not fair because I'm judging. I've only watched JT Correll wrestle once, and it was against a guy that embarrasses basically everybody. But even still,
Bissono probably would win. I watched his match for some reason with Norman Conley.
You know what? Let's
he
go
wrestled.
to our,
he wrestled.
Bissono scout.
Yeah, he wrestled Norman Conley of Indiana, who's been in the rankings before, and it was like 4-1. He lost, and he was like in the match.
I don't know.
Willie hates Norman Conley. Willie
I don't know who he is.
Yeah. Willie went from knowing every single name on every D1 roster to not knowing some ranked wrestlers.
I mean, I think we're going to see Rashid.
You think so?
Yeah. That's what I think the assumption we should ride with.
Well, there's no discussion.
Right.
Correll actually got in on Miles Martin a couple times.
That was a trap, bro. Miles was doing some Ben Askren stuff, like how close can I let him get to taking me down without taking me down? He gave up rear standing. He's like, watch, I'll do a Miles Martin spin move here real quick. It worked. What do you know? But you're right. It's undeniable. He was, you know what? If they didn't stop that at the Tech, was JT going to start to wear on him?
I think so. It's that pace.
All right. So Rashid going and everybody for a fall.
Everyone, yeah. Willie, what do you got? Correll by decision over Rashid?
That's the easiest way to go, is Rashid by pinfall. Because the alternative is trying to decide who wins between Franny Bissono and JT Correll. So let's just go Shaq 6.
Yeah.
It'd be really fun to make that like the biggest match of the week. The duel could literally hinge on that match. This is why, you know what? Really quickly, to the duel lovers, and believe me, I love dual meets. But in a world where, if you imagine this had like NCAA ramifications, and one injury made JT Correll and Franny Bissono as an important match as Kanan Storr versus Nick Lee, is like case in point for why this should not be the thing.
Yeah, but don't say that, because then these weirdos that love duels for some...
They're not weirdos.
Okay, I'll tell you what their thing's going to be. If the national championship came down to JT Correll and Franny Bissono, which, okay, that match counts 10% of the total. Mm-hmm. Well, then, hey, that shows that guys can step up for their team, and it shows that you need to build some real depth in your room. No. Nope.
Yeah. No. Okay. 197, Jackson Strigo versus Bo Nickel. So Strigo managed to avoid bonus against Colin Moore narrowly. Therefore, I will say, wow, this is actually tough. It's tough to know with Bo. I mean, yes, he's going to bonus him, but it's like, 4, 5, or 6. I'll say 6 for Bo Nickel.
Didn't you think? I thought Strigo in the beginning of the year, like coming into the year, I thought he'd step up a little more. I mean, was he not? He was ranked preseason. Now he's not.
That's at 197. That's a low bar to clear.
That's my point.
You've been ranked on several occasions at 97 this year. I don't even know if you realize that.
That's my point. I mean, he was ranked to start the year and then fell out of that 197 dumpster fire. Bo 6.
I think he pins him too.
I do too.
I don't know how, or why I feel this way.
Maybe a half Nelson. What do you think?
Maybe a half Nelson that's really a cradle.
Oh man, those poor Indiana guys. You know, all of his losses, Strigau's, are to good guys. He lost to Colin Moore, good. Christian Brunner, good. Eric Schultz, Stephen Loiseau, double good. Jake Jacobson, that one hurts a little bit, but it's not. That's a guy. And then Jake Woodley. I didn't have to Google or WikiLeaks any of those individuals. Therefore,
well, what's up? Spade took him out of the rankings, and
what?
He has good losses. Listen, Tom, I got another one. I wrote this article about guys that fell out of the rankings since the beginning of the year. Thomas Haynes went from preseason number 10 to out, and he has 3 losses. And they're all the good guys. All the ranked guys.
Did he miss a bunch of time?
I don't know.
That could that plays a factor too.
It does play a factor.
Sometimes pluck guys out, but he wrestled. No, he wrestled last week. Therefore, I don't know. Shots fired at Spay and I.
Andrew Spay. What is his losses, Christian? They're Tanner Orndorff,
Derek White, Matt Voss, the boss,
and Matt Voss, and that's it.
Yeah, that's not bad. I don't know. It's a wake up call. Okay.
This is an Andrew Spay call out.
Heavyweight, Biggins.
Okay, heavyweight.
This duel is over at this point, mathematically, right?
I don't know.
Oh, snap.
Scores, but yes. Who is this? Is this Andrew Spay?
No, Spay's not here.
Who's in the room right now?
Who's in the room right now?
Somebody just walked in. Is it Sion Greyjoy?
Oh, Bader's here. Yeah, I can't believe Bader's here at 8:30 in the morning. Oh, here he comes.
Oh,
here he comes.
Here.
Is that Willie?
It's Pat.
Willie, how you doing? I can't hear you because I don't have your earbuds in, but I do miss you. That's all right.
Nobody misses him.
Nobody. I'm good. Got some business to take care of, Willie, but I love you, pal.
All right, take care of business, Bader.
Love you too, bud. Is there any guests with him?
I don't know. Inconclusive. They're telling me to shush, so I don't know what any of it means. It's all a big mystery. We'll all find out together, Willie. But heavyweight time. Anthony Cassar.
I'm going. I just think Cassar's too polished for him. Too much experience. Matches the athleticism with him. Someday, I think Paris is probably long-term has a better career than Cassar, but not now.
All right, I'm with you.
Good stuff, Will.
Oh, my gosh. Look who's here. We've got company. PD3 in the middle.
There he is.
What's up? Here,
well, man.
have a seat. Pat Downey, we have special guests here. 8:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
What a pro. Pro's pro.
Here, how we do this thing.
Good. So throw that in whichever ear it'll fit in.
The ugly one.
The ugly one. So, Willie, we have a special guest. Pat Downey. Dave Schultz champion, by the way, 86 kilograms. Congrats on
congrats.
that. Yes, sir. You're at the New Jersey RTC. How's that transition been for you?
Oh, man. It's been pretty easy and smooth, man. It's pretty great, actually. I mean, results speak for themselves, right? So, first senior level win. First
Is it really?
First big senior level win, man. I've been on the scene for what?
It's actually kind of
6
surprising.
years. Mm-hmm. It's a testament to how tough the senior level is, too.
Absolutely. Very true. So, 86. You're staying at 86 kilograms. That's a really, really tough weight domestically, internationally. Did you ever consider going up to 92?
Not really, just because of my body. Just because, people always think I'm like they thought I was big at 97, and I've always felt like I was a D184 pounder. So
yeah.
If you look at the weight class, and especially when it was day before weigh-in. So day before weigh-in, I felt like I was undersized at 86.
Yeah.
I mean, some of these guys were huge coming down. But now I feel like the same day weigh-in and the way I'm training and anticipating on fighting middleweight. I just think 86 is like the perfect weight for my body.
Nice. So fighting, you think that's in your future at some point? When do you think you're going to make that transition?
I'm trying to get some action as soon as possible.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I really do. I'm in a good fight scene. I mean, I love Jersey and the MMA guys that we train with daily. They come up and wrestle with us.
Yeah.
And any fighter will tell you that wrestling's the hardest part of their training.
Right.
So, my theory is that, like, wrestling, if you can win in wrestling, you can win in fighting,
Yeah.
Like, wrestling wins fights. Like, just take them down, hold them down, beat them up. So, I would love to make a debut here in March.
Oh, really?
Love that.
Okay. All right. Maybe a little tease there from PD3. All right. That's exciting. Okay. So, up in Jersey, who are you training with day in, day out? Who are your main training partners?
Well, definitely Nate Jackson and Brucky, CJ. And CJ's my roommate. Those are the main two RTC guys that I got. Like I said, there's a ton of MMA guys. But then we also share time with Princeton and Rutgers.
Right.
So I got guys like Rutgers. I got Karenni and Willie Scott and Billy Janzer. All them guys in that little 74 to 97 vicinity. And then like I said, we were at Princeton. So I mean, I got Pat Brucky there.
Yeah, he's pretty dang tough.
Yeah.
All right, so pretty big weekend in wrestling. What how closely do you follow the collegiate scene? Obviously, you're a Division I All-American at Iowa State, 197. Are there any particular wrestlers you enjoy watching the most, or teams that you kind of follow?
Yeah, man, I love college wrestling, and as a doer of wrestling, as me still being a wrestler, I feel like I don't get to be as involved as like I would even like to be with like keeping up to speed and like even new guys in high school coming into college. But as far as like, you want to watch teams that are winning and scoring points, like Penn State, obviously, number one in the country for a reason. Great to watch. People are like, oh, it's a dynasty, or like, weird. They say weird things about like watching the same teams win. But I love that. Like, and that's a testament to what Kale's done with that program. But I'm super biased with this duel coming up this weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got a Rutgers shirt on right now, but I couldn't tell you who's gonna win that duel.
So you're biased?
As in, I train at Princeton and Rutgers, and that's what duels I'm super excited to see.
Yeah, no, that's going to be good. All right, so that's the big one. Maybe you can't pick because you're going to have to go back and talk to both these guys. But the big match is collegiate Ashnault, number 1 versus number 2. Do you have any leanings there?
I swear, Reese and I'll tell you the same thing. We are there every day. I mean, Reese even more so than me. He's their size, so he trains with collegiate and Ashnault.
Yeah.
I might be leaning towards Schnauty just because I've known him longer, and that might be my own personal bias.
Right.
But as far as a wrestler goes, you can't really bet against a guy like collegiate either. The way he's been wrestling this season and the way I see him wrestle every day.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I know if Schnauty beats him, Matt's gonna make him earn it. I know that.
Yeah, it'll be tough. Does it factor in at all that collegiate has built an electric bicycle? How does that factor into your prognostication?
I mean, he's got to be the smartest 149 pounds, right? I mean,
if it comes down to SAT scores, I think the rest of the country's in trouble.
But if it comes down to gangsterness,
that's the thing. It's the ultimate like juxtaposition there because you got Schnauty be mobbing. He shot him down. Were you there for that duel?
No, I think we were not at the Schultz. We were either in Russia or no. I was at national team training camp.
Okay.
Yeah, I was at the world team camp.
That's right.
Yeah, I was watching that.
Man, that was wild.
Yeah.
And then you have he's kind of a golden boy. Collegiate, smart. He's like one of the nicest dudes in wrestling. So
super personable too. I like that kid a lot.
So Anthony's taking over our Instagram. Do you see what he posted?
No. Oh my
Yeah, he just posted this. And Collegiate's taking over Friday.
Really?
Yeah. So we have Ashnault today.
So he's got
Collegiate tomorrow, and Ashnault just made his first post. So you should go check that out.
All right, check it out.
I double tapped that right away.
Downey's all over it. All right, what do you got planned today? Do you know?
Oh man, I'm just doing what Bader and you guys got lined up. I'm just here for the fun. Yeah, I know we're about to meet up with Mike Mal.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, that's my
Nice.
guy. So,
You need to show him a little behind the dirt.
yeah, I'll show him some behind the dirt.
Teach him some of that overhook stuff.
Talk to him about what he had something funny to say after the Open one year.
Oh, did he?
He's like, Downey looks like he just goes to a bar and trains and gets ready and shows up at the Open and says, I'm ready. I'm like, man. Yeah, so that was funny, I thought. My dad and I love that.
That's great. Well, hey, man, we're pumped you're in town. Hope you enjoy your stay here in Austin. Thanks for coming on the show. And
yeah.
Best luck. What's next for you competition-wise?
Other
than
just got the itinerary to the Cerro de Pelado.
Cuba.
Cuba, yeah.
Nice.
Beat this East Coast cold front.
Yes.
Get out of there for a little bit. Maybe take out some Cubans.
There you go. They're tough.
Oh yeah. I'm tough.
Yeah, I know. We know. No arguments. Hey, thanks, Pat. Good having you. We'll see you around.
Pat, we'll see you around the
Have a good
office
one,
today.
brother.
Yes, sir.
Thanks a lot. The one and only PD3, formerly Cyclone Malone, PD3 Hawk. The man's had many Twitter names. Unattached assassin. He's now attached, but he's still. We'll say he's unattached.
Still an assassin.
Still an assassin, nonetheless. Taking mugs out. Okay. Sion Williams just got on the Facebook Live and said, when will Sion be back? Asking for a friend. Never, Sion. No, you're welcome.
He's in Jamaica right now.
Is he?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. You know what? You can come on right now. Just walk next door, buddy. Okay. Well, that was a nice, fun surprise.
That was cool.
You know what? Let's transition from the unattached assassin to Kyle Brackey's Alien Hour.
Well, do we want to do the final score?
We
We didn't even finish.
Well, we were on Casser Paris.
Okay.
Like Willie started to talk. Is everyone gonna have a decision for Casser?
Yeah, I have a decision for.
Because that's the way I'm going to.
I think like 4 points probably, something in that vicinity, right?
Yeah.
4-point dub.
Okay, so that means CP final score 31-7, winning 25 and 33 for Michigan, and that's it.
My gosh.
Me 31-6 and Willie 30-6. We all have Michigan winning 2 matches.
Oh my gosh.
That's
That's
good.
not gonna
Did
happen.
you see?
I need that to not happen.
Did you see Penn State's? You see Penn State's scores? I mean, outside of the Wisconsin duel, every duel has been like, I mean, ridiculously lopsided.
31-7?
Against Michigan, who's awesome.
Yes.
It's one of those, and this is another thing with duels. It's like when your heavy hitters match up with other heavy hitters, it's like you get no points for having 4 awesome wrestlers in Amin, Storr, Pentelio, Massa. They earn you 0 points. But somehow in dual world, JT Carell could be more impactful. All right. But I guess it's going to be ugly. Michigan's going to need upsets on upsets to do it. Yeah.
I don't know. We got on this topic so many times about the superior and inferior forms of deciding who is a better team. And there's people that like duels. I just don't think it's conducive. I mean, look at Nick Lee last year at NCAAs. He loses first round, second round to Ryan Deal.
First round.
Comes back and takes 5th with a significant, a decent amount of points. In a dual meet, he gets 0. Right? But in a tournament format, he had much more points than Ryan Deal.
It's 100% inarguable that if you're trying to determine which is the better team, an individual bracketed tournament is the best way to do that. That cannot be argued. Now, you can argue that, maybe from a fan understanding perspective, there's a lot of cases that can be made for the duel. But if you're just trying to figure out who the best team is, this is the way to do it. The way we do it in NCAA wrestling is the way to do it. It's not even arguable. There's no contention. There's not a back and forth. We can't even debate it. It's impossible to debate. But I love duels, and I will not besmirch them any further. Okay. You've been waiting for it. You've asked for it. The people on Twitter are clamoring for it, and it is now time. Kyle Brackey's Alien Hour.
I hope you all listened and forgot everything you ever knew about Avril Lavigne. So we're gonna go back to 2002. All right, this is when her first album came out, and it was a huge success. Second most popular album that year. Okay, so she becomes instantly one of the biggest young stars in music. Mm-hmm. So everyone wants her to do appearances and interviews and shows and everything. But they also, the label's like, we need another album. Mm-hmm. So she spread very thin. So her team does what a lot of these famous people's teams do, body double. They get a body double.
So this is routine?
Oh, yes.
All the time?
Yeah, apparently.
Okay.
Britney Spears, Madonna, they were...
all had doubles?
Yep. You probably saw a fake Britney Spears once, Willie. I know you're a big Britney Spears fan.
Big Britney fan.
So anyways, his body double's name is Melissa, okay? Well, anyways, 2003 comes along. They really want the album to come out in 2003. And she's just getting so spread thin, her head spinning. She becomes very depressed. Avril does, not Melissa, okay? And unfortunately, Avril takes her own life, and they find her, and they're like, we need this second album to come out. And they're like, Melissa, you got to finish this. So they convince the family, get everybody on board, and Melissa finishes the album. It comes out, huge success again.
Wow.
But completely different from the first album. And before Avril died, the songs were very, very dark and depressive, and it was in first-person tone, and I could go into great detail about the lyrics. Don't have enough time for that right now.
We can't do a lyrical deep dive.
But then when Melissa hold on, let me finish.
That Avril Lavigne died?
Yeah, she's dead. She's dead.
She done been dead, Willie.
Yes, since 2003.
He's getting to it.
Now, when Melissa takes over, it's the same kind of darkness, but it's third person. Because she's trying to continue on what Avril had started, but it's third person. And one of the most telling things about this is this guy named Evan. He was in the band, and him and Avril were super close. As soon as the album came out, he left the band and was like, no, this ain't for me. And he even wrote his own song about this, and was talking about someone dying, and he wasn't ready for When September Came. And that was when she died. Also
a Green Day song, but also
When September Ends.
Also,
no, this is Evan. He's different. He's not Green Day, dude.
And if someone leaves a rock and roll band, there's something up, because those guys stay together forever.
Yes. Oh, absolutely. They never break up.
Ever.
Wait a second. So you're telling me that Avril Lavigne's second album was half not Avril Lavigne?
Yes. If you look at her first album, it was, punk rock skater. Mm-hmm. The second one is just completely goth and dark. And the first half of that was her. And then Melissa just tried to keep it going, keep the same theme going, but she did it in third person because she was trying to understand what Avril was going through. Okay? Now, then we get
they duped the fans. Is that record company sued or something?
No, because they've done such a good job. This Brazilian website was the only one that was able to turn it up.
And us.
Yeah. Now, the third album didn't come out until 2007. And it is just it's almost like pop, which is not what Avril was at all.
She would have hated
it. Yeah. Oh, she's rolling over right now. And, another thing that's very telling is, so Melissa tried to imitate her autograph, Avril's autograph. And it just did not look similar at all. So then she just changed the autograph completely. Did a complete rebrand of it. And also, tell me how in her 20s, Avril got shorter.
She got shorter?
Yeah, 3 inches shorter. It's because Melissa's shorter than Avril.
Wow.
Wow. Tell me that.
So they came out with a third album.
Yes.
And this is Avril Lavigne album, but it was really, what's her name?
Melissa?
Etheridge. Now here's one thing. I don't want to poke in a hole because I believe this 100% happened. But you mean to tell me that this record company decided to, wow, this artist has died, but we cannot do without this Avril Lavigne paycheck.
Yes.
We're going to hire a body double who will write her songs, perform.
Well, the body double was already hired.
She's already hired. They had her on retainer.
Yes.
Got it. But they locked her up long term once Avril died.
Yes.
Got it. Very routine. So then they cover all those bases. They basically create a new person, and they never thought to put her in some heels so she wasn't 3 inches shorter. They never thought to put some like little extensions.
Listen, they didn't expect this kind of. They thought they had everyone duped.
Wow, but they broke it wide open.
During this whole time, the Lavigne family wasn't like, no, nope.
They were making money, man.
Wow. Music industry is dark.
It is dark.
So she's dead.
Nobody found this out. When did this come to light, Kyle?
I don't know.
This site looks
This site is awesome. I don't even.
Hold on. Turn your computer
Wait,
out.
is this even true?
Scroll through this site. Scroll through. It looks like a MySpace.
Wrong way.
Look at this. Oh my gosh.
Ooh.
All right.
No, this is.
So
There's a lot of photographic evidence. This is her first album. Hold on, let's get to the dark stuff.
Whoa.
All right, some of that stuff. Okay, here we go.
Whoa.
Look at this. This is really dark.
This is dark. That's Melissa, not Avril. Not the Avril I knew. All right, so she's dead.
So let me ask this, because I don't know nothing about pop culture. Does the world know that Avril Lavigne is dead to this day?
It became a big thing in 2017 because this is when I became woke on it. I was not woke until 2017.
Wow.
Someone did this like big long Twitter thread about it, and it was like, guys, Avril Lavigne's dead. You need to wake up. And I woke up and I saw it.
Wow.
Daggone it.
So some people know now. Some people probably just
There are a lot of people that know now. There are a lot of people.
So
that
we know. Our listeners now know.
Yeah.
But I guess it's our responsibility to spread the word that Avril Lavigne
It's so funny
done been dead.
looking at all these people that are so pissed off that we're not talking about wrestling on Facebook right
It
now.
makes me want to talk about it even more.
Oh yeah. And hey, she was Canadian, right?
Yeah, she was.
Wow.
49 North is pissed right now. They're like, you spent more time on a Canadian pop star than you spent on Corey Jarvis.
I do.
Oh,
Corey Jarvis's name was going to come up, and I'm so glad for it. Corey Jarvis is the most discussed Canadian on FRL by far.
Yeah.
Until today, where maybe Avril will become more of a staple.
I wish I had more time on this. Maybe I'll start my own Avril Lavigne Truther podcast. But I'm serious, guys. Maybe I'll tweet the link out to the site because I don't know the name to it because it's Brazilian and it's all just Google translated. Avril Lista Morta blogspot.com.
The word dead is in there. That's all I caught.
AvrilIsDead.com, blogspot.com. All right. Well, rest in peace if Avril is dead.
It's really sad. She was once
Who's
a
your
generation
favorite
talent.
Canadian?
All right, I don't hear what Willie said, but let's keep
Guess who our favorite Canadian was.
favorite Canadian?
Of all, yeah.
Maybe Jim Carrey. He's really funny.
Yeah, Jim Carrey was one of my. But
Isn't Mike Myers?
He went off the rails. Jim Carrey's patently insane.
I kind of like it. He went so. I mean, I don't like that he's insane, but he got so into his craft of like being Andy Kaufman, who's a hero.
Someone, Nikki Barnes said she isn't dead. She's ducking Rivera.
Nick wins.
Oh,
all right, Nick, fine. You won Facebook for the day. All right. See, you could be doing that. You could have a good attitude and make jokes that bring it back to Wrestling Facebook instead of just
Sion doesn't know who she is.
Sion doesn't know. They would rather us be breaking down Pat Lugo, Jordan Shearer than talking about Avril Lavigne being dead. Really? All right, you purists. All right.
Hey.
Also, her voice was a little different. It wasn't as good as Avril's, obviously.
Obviously. All right, Willie.
Nebraska, Iowa could be interesting.
Yes.
It also could be a blowout.
I don't know why you've said that multiple times. I see no way this is a blowout for Iowa.
Well, okay, let's go. You want to go through it? Do we have time to go through it?
Oh, we're going through it.
I mean, Max Murin can win.
Sure. All right, we'll start it. You know where we'll start? 125 pounds.
All right.
Spencer Lee, Iowa versus Zeke Moisey, Nebraska. What, you don't think?
I don't know.
Come on, Spencer will wrestle. What if he doesn't? They need him. They need him to wrestle. If he doesn't wrestle, they are in trouble because Zeke he'll probably just decision Perez squared. But I've seen Zeke kind of roll over some. I think Spencer does the thing. I think it's a bonus win for him. Is it 5? Is it 6? Can it somehow be 4? I see
5. Give me 5.
Man.
Yeah, they definitely need Spencer to wrestle.
If Spencer wrestles, he's absolutely pinning Zeke Moisey. Zeke, he's going to get
Zeke
pinned.
just rolls over. I'm taking Spencer.
Does you're taking Spencer?
Sorry. Yeah. Only the hottest takes here.
Does Iowa have 1 duel or 2 this weekend?
1. Nebraska has to go to Rutgers Friday night.
I wanted to talk about
Come back and wrestle Iowa Sunday.
Classic Piscataway to Omaha flight.
So I'm gonna say I'll say Tech. I'll say he tilts him up like a million times, and give the Hawks 5.
Okay, I'm with Kyle Brackey.
I can see that too.
Pin slay
For sure.
No, you've eliminated the possibility.
And then DeSanto's gonna.
Is he gonna get? Hey, is he now? You say Tech. I'd say could we see another potential stall out? It's to the point with Iowa where there's decision major Tech or stall DQ, right?
Yeah.
Because they had
who did that last week?
Marinelli against Gable Gunther,
his former teammate.
It was personal. It was only 8-4 too.
The Northwestern kid could have been stalled out too.
Yes. How about I love that Marinelli is doing the quarter 3/4 stack.
I know.
It looks just awful. These guys, the guys that don't go over, they're very tough. Okay, so DeSanto.
Give me 10. I'll say 10-0 after. Yeah, I'll say 11-0 after 2 matches. 1 will pin, 1 will tech or DQ.
I'm saying 6 for Iowa here. I think he.
So you got 12-0. I got 11-0.
What about Kyle Brackey? What about Gigglebox over here?
So I got pin. And then major for DeSanto, 19-8 or something like that.
19-8. Put it down. I think Now here, Max Murin. I can make you a prediction here. There will be no leg attacks in this first period. I guarantee it. That is put your money down. These guys do not want to shoot. I don't know why, but they don't want to do it. And in the first period, they definitely don't want to do it. There's a preponderance of evidence that these guys do not want to take leg attacks. I don't know why. I
think this is super tight match. I don't know. And if Nebraska is going to threaten at all, they need this one. Chad's been so up and down. Before the season started, this is a clear you take Chad Red. But Chad Red, he is the farthest. He's fall out in the rankings. He's the highest guy that's not ranked. If you go preseason, he was 6. Now he's not ranked. That's the highest ranked guy that's not ranked anymore.
What is other than he beat Limix 5-0. I'm talking about one Max Murin.
Yeah,
that's all he's done this year. It's not I don't know. He lost to Parker. He lost to Albert. These are all good guys. He lost to McKee. He lost to Carr. I don't know. I think Chad wins. I think it's a decision win for Chad.
I'm picking Chad.
Yeah, give me Chad. Give me Chad too.
Strawberry sauce.
So now it's strawberry sauce. It's 11. I have 11-3. I have 11-3 after 3.
Okay, now we
and
go.
And then we get Lugo Shearer.
Lugo does not look great. I will say he wins by decision, but I am. What happened to Colin Purinton? You don't
lost
know?
a spot.
He lost his spot to Jordan Shearer. Okay, got it. Made the world team, lost his spot to Jordan Shearer. Classic. Okay.
Shearer's a scrapper. I'll give him that.
Dude.
Colin Perrington didn't make a world team. You're thinking of McChrystal.
Oh, okay. Whoops. Sorry.
Who graduated.
I'm getting my Huskers mixed up.
So I will take Lugo. Well, I would not be surprised if Shearer gave him fits or even stole the
He
match.
doesn't shoot either.
But I'll take
Lugo-
I don't get it.
Lugo decision.
I don't know if he's having a harder time getting to his underhook or score. I mean, that's where Lugo's really good. But
We got lost.
Against
we got
Illinois. He couldn't.
we got lost
Jode.
last episode. Last episode, we spent so much time talking about Spencer, and it's not pile on Iowa, but if you looked at their actual performances over the weekend, Illinois Northwestern, they didn't shoot a lot. I mean, outside of, Wilkie looked a little better in the one match, but by and large, they didn't take a whole lot of shots.
No.
Across the board.
No arguments there. So, all right, that's my thoughts on 49. Lugo close, but definitely not ruling out an upset here for Nebraska. 57, I feel very confident in Berger over Caleb Young.
Same.
I think it's a decision. Not a lot of offense here, but I think Berger is a comfortable winner here.
Me too. I have it 14-6 after 5.
I have 13-6.
I can't add. 165, Alex Marinelli versus Isaiah White. Super woke here. Tough matchup for Marinelli. Very tough. I think this is a coin flip match if there ever was one. However, I will stick with Marinelli. I think he's been maybe Iowa's most consistent performer, scorer this whole year. I think he's the guy you can look to every single match, and you know what you're getting. I cannot say that for Isaiah White, that's for sure. I think he's really, really good, and I think there's going to be a lot of reasons this match is close. But I got Marinelli in a tight one. I don't know if he gets a late takedown. I don't know. Maybe he rides him. But he just figures out a way to win. But this is a very difficult test. Probably it'll be the toughest match of Marinelli's season so far.
3-2, Marinelli.
3-2 Bull. Willie.
I mean, yeah, that's what you got to go with. That's what all the evidence says. Marinelli is the one of the Hawkeyes that is taking a lot of shots and is very active. But Isaiah White's track record, and this goes even through his high school success, is he is elite defensively. Nobody scores on him a lot.
No.
So I think it's a one takedown match, maybe 4-2, 3-2, Bull.
Keegan Shaw, the new hero of Hawkeye Report, versus Mikey Labriola. They're very excited about this.
Is it going to be Shaw?
I don't know.
What happened to the dealership?
It's going to be Shaw, dude.
I think it's Shaw moving forward. It's Shaw next topic.
It is?
Yeah.
Yes.
So he's listen.
Are you telling me the dealership
cannot balance running a successful car dealership and be a Division I starter. Many have tried. Okay, Steve couldn't do it. So you know what?
Are you telling me the dealership has ended his career?
There's no going out of business sale. It's a thriving business, but just on the wrestling side, he's been surpassed by Keegan Shaw.
This is a sad day. Keegan Shaw, is he not like a 57-pounder?
I thought he was. I thought he was much smaller, but apparently he is not.
All right,
but
give me
smart.
Labriola
If he's ready to go and he's a better guy, he's not a true freshman, is he? That would be rare.
No.
Yeah. I think he's ready to roll. But
give me Labs by Major.
I'm going to go Decish here.
They have Keegan Shaw listed as a 49-pounder on the site.
What year is he?
Yeah, he's small.
He's a junior.
He's a Southeast Polk kid, yeah.
Okay.
So I have it 14-10.
I still can't add, boys.
Labriola by Major. Yeah, 16-10.
I got Decish. for young Michael. All right, Cash Wilkie versus Taylor Vins. Vins pinslayed Emery Parker. I think he's the winner here. I don't see Wilkie getting blown out, though. That would really surprise me.
Why does Wilkie like will not shoot for he'll not be active for like a month, and then he'll have this spurt of activity? I don't know. I know that you've been saying it for freaking 2 years. I try to find some optimism in Wilkie, and you poo-poo it, and you're right. It's like I don't know.
Same dude. Doesn't like to shoot.
Same dude. So I think I don't see Vens blowing him out because nobody really blows out Wilkie, but I see a way that Vens could pin him, right? It's like one of those things that could be. It looks like 3, but it could be 6.
No, that's a very. But you're gonna have to pick one. So
I just say 3.
Decision. All right.
Decision Vins 16-13.
What do I have it?
I don't
know, dude.
Daggone it.
14-13.
The
for
plot
me.
thickens, and here, 97. Warner Schultz. This is a toss-up. I know the rankings, but I think this is a really tight match. I think it's a very tough match for Jacob Warner. That being said, I will select Jacob Warner as your victorious winner here by a mere decision.
Yeah, that's the way I think you have to go. Warner, although Vens, Schultz win, I don't think is out of the realm of possibility. Now, Warner wins, so the Hawkeyes are up going into heavyweight. But even if Schultz wins, Stoll holds the hammer, right? So, it could theoretically come down to Stoll needing to win, but they have Stoll, who looked good last weekend.
I'll take Warner, very close decision to make it 19-13. And then Stoll closes it out with a decision.
The Empire Strikes Back against David Jensen, former Hodge contender, now number 14 in the country. Maybe it's a situation where if the duel's out of reach, you see Costello here. But yeah, Stoll's got the hammer. I think it's a decision as well, although I think he's a lot bigger than Jensen, could overpower him, because Stoll's probably, without question, the most powerful heavyweight we have. So I'll say that. But man, I know I picked, and my scores maybe say Iowa, but man, I have a real feeling that Nebraska can make this a thing. And so many. I think it comes down to 41, 49, 65, and 97. I think those are. Yep. I view all those as complete and total toss-ups. I don't really see a clear advantage there, and in all but one of those, I picked Iowa to win. So in 3 of the 4, I picked Iowa, and I think they're 50-50.
Yeah, well, the problem is, though, for Nebraska is the other ones are clearly. Mm-hmm. Well, I guess Berger and Lavriola are heavy favorites, but the other ones are clearly Iowa favored.
Right. Now, so what you're needing if you're Nebraska, you need Zeke to be tough and hold on to a decision here. I don't see that happening, but it could happen. And you need DeSanto to not get 6 against Javon Parrish.
Well, what you need is you need Red and Isaiah White.
Yeah.
Or
Schultz or
yeah,
Shearer.
We picked Red.
Yeah. So
yeah, you need Isaiah White and Schultz. How about some other big matchups this week, Christian?
There's quite a several, if I do say so.
Want to do a rapid fire pick'em?
Rapid fire, but let's take our time with it. Let's go as fast as possible, but not rush.
Okay, so rapid fire, but slow.
Yes.
Slow fire.
Slow fire. Slow ride. Take it easy. Okay. Jordan Cutler, Joe Smith. They wrestled once upon a time at skinnier days at 157 pounds at the Southern Scuffle. Mm-hmm. It was a close win. Well, sort of close win. Not a close.
Did you go back and watch that match?
It was like one move.
Right. But what I found interesting is that was before the danger count, and Joe Smith was just laying on his back.
Yes.
And it was not a takedown. And then finally the ref was like, okay, he's not moving, 2, and started counting back points. But it's just hilarious to see that wrestlers were just able to lay there.
It was not a good time. I'm glad we appreciate the danger rule here at FRL. So what it was, Joe got in on a leg. I think Cutler dive rolled and held him there, and that was it. It was like a 6-point move, and that was the match. So I like the way Joe's wrestling right now. I think he's an absolute powerhouse. I think it's a really tough one, but I like Joe to win by a decisione.
Big weekend for Joe, number 6 and number 8.
Yes, Cutler and, crazy.
Taylor Lujan.
I'll take Joe as well.
Joseph.
Wow.
The boy's name's Joseph.
The boy's name is Joseph, and let's go to another Smith. Ryan Price versus Jacoby Smith. Price is right. Maybe the funniest follow on Twitter, although I think he's been...
It's been pretty quiet.
Don't like it. Don't like it one bit, Ryan. Get back on your game. But that said, I think Ryan is the favorite here, and I will take him to beat Jacoby.
I don't know where Ryan Price is at right now.
He's probably in like chemistry or something really smart.
I'm going Jacoby.
Jacobs.
Jacoby, he looked good against Colbray. Price lost to Zavatsky last week in his return, the first time we'd seen him in a while. Jacoby.
Jacoby loves that double under stuff. I feel like Price is so strong. I don't see him horsing him around. Now he might, but I don't believe that he will. Here's a tasty treat. Number 1, number 2, live on FloWrestling. We are going to hype this to a degree you have maybe never seen. So we need you to be ready for it. Number 1, Matt Kolodzik of Princeton versus number 2, Anthony Ashnault, Rutgers. PD3 has a slight alignment with Schnaulty. And after Vegas, I said that I think Ashnault's probably my champion pick. But now I'm not as... Man, Kolodzik has looked so good. And here's the trap I'm about to fall into and I'm trying to avoid is the G-Feller comparison, right? Kolodzik controlled, no problem whatsoever. Ashnault back and forth. I think that's just a style thing, but basically the style is he's really hard to score on. Kolodzik is, and he finishes quickly. So, all that to say, I would like Willie to pick first.
Well, I have no idea. I'm going Kolodzik.
Okay.
Mobbing. I've been mobbing since day one. I'm going to continue to mob.
Yeah, I'm gonna mob. I'm gonna mob on Sunday. I think that's the pick for me right now. I think smart money might be Kolodzik, but I love the variety in which Ashnault can score. Not that Kolodzik is without options, but
I do too, and I think that Ashnault's going to be super fired up. You know, not for nothing. I don't think. As good as G-Feller is, and I love G-Feller, and he's scrappy, I don't think Ashnault gets fired up for much. I don't think he was as enthusiastic for G-Feller as he will be for Kolodzik. He knows. He knew this match was coming. It's in his home gym, right? Should be a good crowd.
The rack will be rocking. Okay. Speaking of G. Caden G-Feller versus Max Thompson. Now in rankings, number 4 versus number 10, Thompson. But in my mind, this is a really, really, really close match. And I'm not sure who will win this wrestling contest.
Same.
Wow. And the real problem here is we have to make a selection. I'm going to go with...
Same.
I'm going to go Thompson. What?
Yeah. G-Feller.
Why are you poo-pooing that? This is a close match.
Max is
No,
really
I'm
good.
not saying it's not going to be a close match. I was just surprised.
You're surprised I picked him?
You're very surprised.
I think it's time. It's freshman season. I think we'll see a little now. NCAAs, I don't know if I'll feel the same, but I think
I don't know. You know what? G-Feller got a little savage in him. Like he don't care.
He don't.
I-
He's
I-
a total savage.
I love him.
So I'm
G's one of my favorites.
I'm picking G, but Thompson's good, man.
He's good. He's
right.
very good. I don't know. I'm not besmirching him. Just got smashed by Brock Mahler. He lost to Henry Pohlmeyer earlier this year.
Hank.
Yeah,
I think
like recently, right?
He recently got smashed by Mahler. Dang it. Okay, dude.
That's why I was surprised.
You know what? I messed up. I made a mistake. I'm gonna do a Willie Sailor special. G, first of all, I'll ask for forgiveness. Caden, forgive me. I'm picking you. I had a momentary lapse. I'm back. I'm back in on G. Sorry about that.
Northern Iowa, it's obvious to me that they peaked for Midlands and then they came down a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I mean, and you have to do that. You can't peak for a whole year.
No, if I was coach, I would just peak the entire year, and all our guys would just peak immediately.
The version of Thompson at Midlands is different than losing to a true freshman and losing to Henry Pohlmeyer.
I can't unsee that ball and chain tilt. That's just tough. Okay, Albert.
The one that got hit on Nomad?
No. See? He needed him to he needed Thompson needed Nomad's advice on how to do a front roll out of it. All right, let's now we can go maybe quasi rapid fire. Albert, Cade, Brock. Cade, we're here for you. What do you need, man? I want to help. Cuz it's the young man that we love to watch. I don't know what happened, man. I still believe you could win a title this year. That's how crazy I am. But right now you're falling on hard times. I'm going to pick Josh Albert, but know that I would never pick against you. And I'm glad that you are probably hunting, not listening to FRL.
He is in a tree stand somewhere. I'll go Albert. I don't know if I've made this abundantly clear, but on radio, but I've been super impressed with UNI this year.
You have made that abundantly clear.
Have I?
Yeah, you were very complimentary on radio. But I don't think it's reason to not repeat it.
Yeah, I'll take Albert.
Then
next.
we got Lujan, Joe.
Who you got?
Albert. Yeah.
Lujan, Joe Smith. I'm sticking with Joe. This is going to be fun, though, because Taylor Lujan, he is crazy. He does audacious things.
You know what's weird about Lujan is, like, sometimes I don't know. Maybe I overestimate him.
Maybe.
Here's the thing, Lujan. Huh?
Nothing.
You should estimate him next time.
Yeah.
Lujan beats everybody, except when he loses to elite guys very lopsidedly.
Mm-hmm.
Like
immediately pinfalled by Daniel Lewis.
Zahid crushed. Daniel Lewis pins him all the time. So
he said pins him all the time. so like every once a week.
So I don't.
Uh-oh. There he goes again.
Oh boy. Okay.
Man, hey, dial up. You're cutting in and out. It sounded like you were about to pick Lujan to pin Joe Smith in a spladle, so we'll just put you down. Can you put down Joe Smith?
No, I took Joe.
Spladle?
Joe Smith.
Oh, you said Joe. Okay, he's back. All right, Drew Foster, Jacoby Smith. Really quickly, I got Drew Foster.
Australian for beer.
Yep, Australian for Northern Iowa Wrestling.
And I'm not even going to say this last one.
Say it.
Trent Hilger versus Yusuf Hamida.
Hilger. Thor.
Hilger. Thor's hammer.
I'll take Hamida.
You love Hamida. All right. We have some great questions from our good friends, and I can't not ask them because they were so good. If Bo and Nolf weren't wrestling this year, which two wrestlers would Willie give the Hodge to?
That's so stupid, by the way.
It's your take.
It's your take, so you got to own it.
No, I'm set. I don't know. I don't know how people could see the careers of Bo and Nolf, and then there is some sort of little degree of separation in bonus
At the end of the year, one is going to be better than the other one. And that is all that matters.
By a minuscule metric.
Okay, cool. That's all it takes.
Cool. You know, you can win if you win the Olympics by 0.001 seconds in the 100 meters. They'll say at this point, minuscule.
It's not. No, that's measurable. That's a time.
This is measurable.
There have been Heisman Trophy decided by less than like 20 votes.
There was no measurement you could give Ringer the Hodge over Zane, and yet you did. So don't talk to me about measurements. Now, here's what I'll say. Here's why the dual Hodge is so preposterous. What is the Hodge Trophy? It is the most prestigious award that we give, okay? That's the point. Yes, that Jason Nolf or Bo Nickel will not win the Hodge Trophy is the actual point of the thing. It is prestigious. There are great wrestlers that do not get to win it, okay? And at the end of it all, we will be able to stack up their career accomplishments, their stats against ranked, unranked versus All-Americans, how they perform in NCAAs, and we will have a definitive guy with an advantage. And I think coming into this, Jason Nolf had the advantage in terms of career accomplishments. He's only lost to one guy ever, okay? So that's a slight edge already for Nolf. Now, he's going to have to out-bonus. He'll have to be more dominant against ranked guys. And at the end of it all, when NCAAs is over, what?
I see that's a good – I think that's a very good point. I think that's a very good point in that Jason Nolf's going to go through his career losing to one human ever. That's a very good point. And maybe like that changes my opinion, and maybe listening to that point changes other people's opinion. But give me some more data like that. Give me some more facts like that.
I'll be happy to present you with all the data.
But to solely base it upon a 1/100th of a difference on some bonus point or pin rate or something. I mean, one could end up with a higher pin rate and one could end up with a higher bonus rate.
That's why there's multiple criteria, and there will be one with an advantage, and that's the person that will get
one
the
could
vote.
have an advantage. One could have an advantage in one category, and one could have an advantage in another category.
Right, and there's multiple categories.
There's 7 criterias. Yes. One person shall win.
Yeah, right. One's heart.
The other one's sportsmanship.
Bo has had more team points taken away. That's a fact.
Jason Nolf is a better sport.
Yep.
Because he neatly puts.
How?
Because he puts.
He's never had a team point taken away. He didn't throw his headgear after an NCAA title.
And he always neatly arranges the ankle bands. And taps them.
Hey, sorry, man.
Hey, at this level,
maybe your vote should be taken away.
Yeah, I'm glad I have a vote so I can negate your double vote. You might lose your vote if you shame the very ballot. Okay, we're gonna have this conversation at the end of NCAAs, and there will be a clear winner. And
by the way, listen, to clarify, I'm not advocating for a co-Hodge. There's a
keep going.
Yes, I will keep going. I'm not advocating for a co-Hodge if there is a clear winner, like a clear separation at the end of the year. I'm arguing for it if it's by some minuscule, minute thing.
Got it.
Someone brings up a great point. Corey Justin Ball. Nolf wrestled on one leg. #heart.
#heart. So, Bo Nickel, you need to have a pretty serious knee injury this year. Ball's in your court.
Bo should just tell people that his arm's broke.
My femur snapped. Okay, great question.
Should say he has a broken heart.
Wow.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Bo needs to get a girlfriend. He may have one.
Break it.
He needs to get dumped.
Bo Nickel has a broken heart.
And if he overcomes a broken heart,
spot the lie. You can't prove to me that he doesn't have a broken heart.
He should start like Instagramming really like emo stuff and like black and white pictures and like be really going through stuff and then smashing people. Be like, wow, he's dealing with a broken heart, and it's literally the criteria.
It's literally a criteria.
At this level, that's what I'm looking for. Okay, as a Hodge voter, that's what I need to see. So Bo Nickel, if you're not going to break your arm or something, I think broken heart may be even a better option for you. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. Someone wants an Iowa-Oklahoma State whiteboard war. You can take it to the bank. You will have one. Should Berger's claim, we didn't talk about this, should Berger's claim 5 heads plus Nolf be written off as much as it has? We all thought Chenzo had no chance, and we saw how that ended up. Well, I'll say, if you don't know, Tyler Berger said, I'm going off social media, but first let me say I am coming for NCAAs to take 5 heads, and yes, that includes Jason Nolf, okay? So he's going out with a bang. Now, this is going to be very retweetable either way come March. Mm-hmm. And I don't know why he did that, and it's fine that he did. Wouldn't have been my move, but Tyler Berger is a savage, and this is what he wanted to say. I don't think this is like Chenzo versus Aymar, even though, maybe at the time, Chenzo's freshman year, there were times where I'd say absolutely not, and maybe I even did. I remember when Cliff Fretwell, after Big Tens, Fretwell was like, I'm telling you Chenzo can beat him. I was like, no way. So maybe it is. But I just think the fact that we've seen Berger never be close. He's never been close. Aymar and Chenzo, it was they're all right, that's pretty competitive, right? He's not even in the same realm. I just can't even fathom how he would do it. So I think we should write it off because Nolf next topic. That's just my thing. I really want to ask this question. Matt Funk, who on the FRL crew is most likely to be talked into doing a desk pop? If you haven't seen the other guys.
You for sure. You're the most gullible person in the world.
The desk pop is when they convince Will Ferrell to shoot his gun in the police headquarters like it was something that everyone's done. I am definitely.
Dude, that movie, have we said this on air before? The other guys is the funniest, least talked about movie of all time.
Yeah.
I can get behind that.
It's really funny. So Will Ferrell shoots his gun in the air. They convince him to do it. I am the most gullible, but I don't think I would fall for that. I don't think I would fall for a desk pop.
Nomad's not falling for it. Willie's not. I don't know. Willie might get drunk and do it.
Yeah. See, that's the thing. That's the angle.
That's the thing. I wouldn't need to be convinced that it was a thing.
You
could be dare me, hey, shoot this gun in the office. I could be
all right, broadband. We're losing you again, but we know you would shoot your gun off. Sion Greyjoy, if you could pick one bump up match, make it happen. Which would it be? Spencer Dayton, Yanni Ashnault, Hall Martin, Chenzo Zahid, Nickel Gable. I'll say it's always this for me, deep in my heart. No matter what, I want to watch Spencer Lee and Dayton Fix wrestle so badly.
Dayton might drop for the duel.
It's not possible, Willie. Why do people keep saying it's not possible? There are rules for this. You can't just decide I'm a 25-pounder. So, no, he won't drop. I wish he could just for that match. But it's not happening. Pitch Lee, that will be fire. That's the one I want. You guys can pick.
No, that's the one for me. That's what I want to see.
Yeah, I would. That's the one everybody wants to see.
Okay.
Right?
Wow. And then we will do this whiteboard war of the. I guess it was 2016 champs versus 2008 or 9. That was a really good year, but not today. It's almost time to go. Andrew Farrar, World Team Trials to Raleigh. We're fired up about this, right? This is awesome. I can't wait. Raleigh's awesome. Great food. It's going to be nice and, perfect place for it. I was really fired up. Not that we didn't love Rochester, Minnesota. Had some great time at Wild Bill's.
Oh, yeah.
That was a great saloon. But, we're ready to have a new spot in Raleigh. So.
Who goes with saloon?
It was a saloon.
I know, but even if it's called a saloon, you don't say I had a great time at the saloon.
You do when you're at Wild Bill's.
Maybe you don't. I sure as heck do. I had a sarsaparilla.
Hey,
you guys want to meet me at the saloon? My horse will be hitched out. If you see the Pinto.
Got it.
All right, cool, dude. Michael Skorinsky on Facebook. Last minute question for the boys. So, who would be your body doubles if you could choose? Avril Lavigne has body doubles.
Mine would probably be.
Oh boy, Willie. There's a lot of people with theories about your body doubles.
There's already one answer that everyone had on Facebook.
Tom Cruise.
What? No, Danny DeVito, dude.
Come on.
F that.
Yours is Sean McVay, apparently.
Yeah, Sean McVay's good. I also submitted Ryan Gosling.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I mean, I've gotten that comparison a lot.
For me, I would have to say Denzel.
A couple people for you said Affleck. Ben Affleck.
Oh, I'll take that. Yeah, Affleck. Sure. Like 6'5" stud, just like me. All right, we're ready to go. Thank you guys so much for...
Ryan Tierney asked, if you guys were the cast of the other guys, who would play Dirty Mike?
Sion.
No, man.
Bader might play Dirty Mike.
Bader would be Dirty Mike.
Yeah.
Bader is...
Dude.
He's Dirty Mike.
He's one of the boys, then.
Nomad's is the Prius that gets taken advantage of.
Nomad
That's already happened.
Is a Toyota Prius.
Yes, Nomad is.
Oh my gosh! Hold up! We've got some gold from the booth. Pull this up in honor of our fallen Avril Lavigne. That is great work. Great work. Who did that? Speak for yourself.
God, speak to us.
Oh Lord, that's great.
Hey, that has to be the banner.
No, I want people to. Yeah, I don't want people to get sad on a Thursday. Oh God.
2003, she died.
If you don't know, if you're listening in your car, you didn't see. You need to go back and watch the video of this because someone back in the production booth made a picture of Avril Lavigne that said R.I.P. 1984 to 2003. Gone too soon. And with that, I wish we could play a Skater Boy outro, but we can't because.
What's that mean? Play us out.
What does that mean? Play us out. Sting cut off his new record. All right, there's the music. This show.
Put it up again.
Put it up again. Put it up, Avril. That's a great picture of Avril. That's just how she would like to be remembered.
Yes.
I forgot.
That might be Melissa, but it's all right.
It could be Melissa, but it's fine.
I forgot how much I missed it.
So we'll be back next Tuesday. We have 20 events live on Flow.
They're all college events. 19 duels and then the Edinburgh Open on Saturday.
Okay. Next Tuesday. Thanks a lot. Thanks to Avril. Melissa, we're on to you. Yeah, we'll be back. Thanks so much.